JoshathanGamer, trying to get the reset on the Megaman main himself. Obviously, it's going to be a tough one tonight. MPG has been on fire. So let's see. What do you think? It looks like it's going to be the Aegis versus the Megaman. What do you think of this matchup?
Megaman is such an interesting place in the metagame where it feels like Megaman specifically, as well as the other example I can think of is Game & Watch, is the truest anti-meta character. And what better to test that theory than against what's arguably the meta character in the current day and age. Aegis is running around everywhere, running rampant, but can Megaman, who's very good at keeping mobile and keeping people out, dominating space, can they stop the characters as fast as Mythra? Let's find out.
Well, I think it's going to be really tough, right? So we did talk about how biggest weakness of both Pyra and Mythra, the recovery. One of the things that MPG does best is edge guarding. You know him, you love him. He's got some of the cleanest traps in the game on ledge, and Joshathan's going to be hard pressed to get back to safety after one too many of these edge guard opportunities for MPG.
Yeah, and he's starting off pretty even when it comes to this Aegis play. It feels like Pyra is going to be a little bit of a liability when it comes to center stage. That range won't be as useful, but that kill power certainly will be, especially if the MPG gets a lot of options like that going, where he's skipping past the ledge. A dangerous option to be sure. Wow.
okay, so opts for the forward smash, and actually, JoshathanGamer gets away with it. Has to be very careful. MPG stepping a little bit too close to the ledge. Again, Joshathan trying to get something cheeky here, and actually kind of does there. Finding the first stock, MPG looking like they need to figure out how to put this character in the dust very quickly.
150, and he gets clipped by the photon edge. That's really unfortunate, as he does need to. There's many opportunities that he had. This one should be it. No,
close.
Okay.
Very close. Good DI. Okay, ouch. Nice, good. Okay, the read into the character switch is obviously super important. We see him switch right back to Mythra. Obviously, what he planned was not going to come to fruition at all. Still, no punish able on that because he does connect with the full hit. Okay, this is tough. Clashing with the leaf shield. It could be dangerous because that clipping you actually leads into a good combo for MPG.
For sure, but it seems like Joshathan is out here still doing what his Aegis has been known to do, which is like throw out big hitboxes on a potential read and cover himself with either some other quick button that he knows that both of these characters can throw out pretty effectively, but that leaf shield out of shield will be a pretty good way to stop any retreat. Mix-ups on block, goes for a back air, covering himself well on this ledge, covers the air dodge, that's no jump.
Yeah, this is the MPG I definitely recognize. Looking well within his abilities there, keeping Joshathan at bay from the ledge, unable to play the game for just those few seconds. I think that Aegis is one of those characters that can really punish and bully characters that don't have good out-of-shield game, but that's not Megaman. Megaman has the ability to really get some of these good options against them when they get too greedy.
For sure. We're seeing it happen pretty much. We saw it happen in the beginning there, but the crazy thing with Mythra is while her combo game is relatively good, the fact that she's able to cover so many options and have so many frame traps builds damage very quickly. And Megaman isn't a character that likes to be in disadvantage, to say the least.
For sure. Okay, gets the shield on the down air. Doesn't want to get caught up in some of that true combo nonsense that Pyra does have in the bag. Obviously, it's going to be really important. We saw Joshathan fishing for the down air up smash with Pyra earlier, and still trying to get some of the similar stuff with Mythra here. They've just been switching back and forth, trying to figure out what they want, and it's not going to come into play because MPG catches that big hit from center stage.
That was really good turnout from MPG, who had many a time been trying to pressure landings with grabs and with spaced aerials like back air. That time, MPG puts on the brakes once he got to center, which, hey, pretty good when you're at high percent like that, blows him out with a forward smash on that landing aerial. Honestly, is a pretty common one from Pyra. Pyra's landing there is not too laggy and kills at the percents that it really needs to.
Yeah, I definitely agree there. PS2 is going to be his pick here for game number 2. You know, not really surprising. You know, just considering a lot of the same stuff that we're going to be seeing. Regardless, I think that these two players are probably going to be playing the same kind of gameplay, regardless of the stage that we pick. Just because they know exactly what they need to do. It's so simple. Like, you either get what you want or you don't. And in that case, you don't, unfortunately. Joshathan finds that first stock lost very quickly, and MPG says we take it.
Yeah, that's something. After how close game 1 was, Hero will be taking every single one of those and putting them in the bank as we get the roll in, down air into grab. Man, the hard knuckle is so effective for MPG and for Megaman. Not only being an incredibly strong spike, but also plus on block.
For sure. I mean, that looked like it was going to be a really good combo. I think he might have misinputted there, getting the back air. Looked like it wasn't supposed to happen. The footstool stuff coming out from Joshathan, still, there is now counterplay to that, and that's called teching on the ground. So you got to be careful and make sure if you're going to connect it, you got to go for it. And this time the forward smash is going to connect. So cannot punish out of that side B, unfortunately. You're still waiting for the shield. You know, that's your whole weapon right there.
There is the forward smash coming up from Mythra. While Pyra is known for her range, Mythra still got a pretty effective disjoint. That forward smash is kind of crazy. Low-key, another 4-ton edge. You know, I shouldn't be surprised anymore, but it's the fact that we're seeing it so much. Hello there, down smash. That's twice now we've seen that move come out from MPG, and it feels like he's the Mega Man that uses all of those moves.
I mean, he plays Mega Man.
Don't see it.
Yeah, he's playing Mega Man like I mean, I've seen people play Fox like don't tech against or don't not tech against me. It's like you gotta always tech that.
Oh yeah, and the move's crazy strong. It's just slow and super laggy as we saw before. But if they're on the floor, then why not, right?
Absolutely. So a good read from MPG, shielding and letting the sword pass through before going back in. Still, it's so hard to punish Pyra when that comes out. I mean, a lot of people are still trying to figure out the options in, and that was not the way you want to land for MPG.
Not at all. Landing right into Pyra's ready and waiting up smash. Still 70%. You're feeling pretty good if you're able to maintain the type of tempo that you like, as that should be yes, that is a KO, because it seems like Jonathan used to jump a little prematurely or air dodging out of panic. Either way, MPG takes that one to the bank. 2-0 in his favor in these grand finals. Would we be getting right out of here from get off your friendlies 100? Or
I mean, who knows? That's gonna be so tough. I mean, I think at this point, MPG, wow, what a great start for them. I mean, I'm interested to see. I think Joshathan still has some tricks up his sleeve.
Sorry, I have vacation 100 on the mic.
Oh, it's 6. Oh, it's 6. Okay.
Yeah, get off your friendly 6. But shout outs to vacation 100. That one's coming really soon and gonna be really hype.
Let's go. Let's see. Okay, so I mean, do you think we'll see a character switch?
Honestly, I feel like whenever I feel like yes is the answer, but I almost don't want to. I feel like the Pyra and Mythra can do it, and what better way are you going to get matchup experience in like this, since there's not many Megamans around. But if Joshathan is looking for, he is sticking to Aegis.
Makes sense. I mean, I don't know what the Rob matchup looks like for them, so it is what it is.
Yeah, and like I mentioned before, Joshathan, he's a real grinder for sure in multiple Discords, Wi-Fi grinder, like all of that good stuff. He wants to get better with this character, and he wants to make them their dedicated main. And to do that, you've got to play through the hard matchups or the weird ones, and Mega Man's certainly a weird one.
100%, 100%. And it's one of those like very niche picks that, again, like if you don't have matchup experience, get some as soon as possible.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to have to be learning the matchup in Grand.
anywhere in bracket, but MPG is making a case that he's going to be the staple for Grands in this in the Philadelphia, Delaware area. Has run up and down smash, doesn't take the stock, but that's certainly a ton of damage with fire properties of his own going against the character literally named Pyra.
Right, for sure. And I mean, again, anytime that MPG can send an enemy up and away, he goes for it, right? Because that's where he gets his best combos, his best strings, his best advantage states. But right now, the same can be said of Joshathan, who finds the first stock there, as MPG is jumping haphazardly, I find.
Yeah, he looks like he wants to always approach ledge with something like a leaf shield, with a big ledge hop leaf shield, double jump back air, like a lot of stuff to pressure people standing on ledge and shielding. And sometimes he's able to effectively cross up. Otherwise, it leaves him very prone.
Yeah, and I mean, it's interesting. Some of these good opportunities to punish Mythra, she's just so fast that it's kind of hard to really catch her, even if she whiffs. So it's very, very difficult challenge for MPG to really kind of pin her down unless you kind of get her in the photon, and then in the side B, of course, it's going to be punished very appropriately. We love to see it.
It's insane how during that full string, you could see MPG taking count of Joshathan's resources. A used air dodge, a used double jump. Speaking of used, that is using school to try and reset even more, and the prominence revolt it's low, keeping this game super even as the Mythra comes back out. I like keeping on Mythra here, but you gotta be careful how much you're jumping against Megaman. Megaman anti-airs very effectively, but Mythra, you can start using some of these projectiles and some of these moves as almost foresight bait. Rather than trying to jump in with this neutral air, which you can do against a lot of the cast, stay on the ground and try and time some spot dodges against these lemons, and you'll find approaches all over the place for basically free.
Right, because I mean, MPG obviously was a little bit, you know, of a struggle there for a second. So he's playing very conservatively, and Joshathan is now capitalizing on that, able to kind of get away with some stuff that they probably wouldn't be able to get away with normally. You know, he's going for like raw upbeats and trying to catch things. That's going to be really tough. The down smash, the down air up smash rather, is extremely volatile for that character. Should not be a true combo, but again, it is what it is.
He fights back on with that back air, using the metal blade to hold him down, get that grab. Block strings aplenty and roll reads aplenty as he's got that mega upper, that shorty you can spaced out and ready to go. Before you even approach the ledge, MPG with the most confident read of the day, it seems like, standing steady, standing firm like a robot, and blowing up Mythra as soon as they try to roll on.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you can kind of see it right there. Like, look at all these punishes, right? So, like, the double forward smash in game 2, obviously, it was looking really, really good for them. I loved that that MPG kind of just went for some of the good, consistent stuff, but also, you know, just being able to know where Joshathan's going, knowing and recognizing that they use their resources in certain ways. I think it was just, yeah, very well timed, well spaced by a lot of his moves, and of course, making Megaman look like a really nice character.
Yeah, lots of key punishes on stuff that Aegis players like usually get away with, landing nairs, getting blown up by leaf shields out of shield, or like we saw in that final clip, forward smashes that were super well spaced. Ledge play was just being ledge play on both sides was super well played, getting a lot of kills on that right ledge, but there was a lot of frequent instances where MPG was able to get away with a whole bunch of jumps on, but able to get away with leaf shields that maybe could have been punished out of shield, and a lot of approaching back airs, keeping Joshathan on his feet off of a set established game plan, while MPG's own, he's practiced enough to make stuff like that repeatable and